What's up, everybody? Welcome to Marvelous Statues. As always, I'm George, and today I decided to do something a little bit special. Since we're only a week away from Star Wars Celebration 2017, I decided to do a review on the most iconic villain in cinematic history, Darth Vader, by Sideshow Collectibles. So this statue holds a special place in my heart for a few reasons. One, it's the first statue I ever got. It's the one that brought me into all this. And two, I received it as my first Father's Day gift from my wife. So I didn't actually pick this one out, but my wife knows what I like, and I love the statue. Never get rid of it. This is my baby right here. So if you don't know who Darth Vader is, then you've been living under a rock for the last 40 years. And for those of you who have been living under that rock, I'll tell you a little bit about him. So Darth Vader was actually born Anakin Skywalker. Now, Anakin was a very gifted Jedi Knight. He was strong in the Force, a skilled combatant, a tactical pilot, and a fierce friend. But for all of his positives, Anakin harbored fear and hatred, and these emotions would eventually drive him to the dark side of the Force. Anakin would betray his Jedi brothers, assume the mantle of Darth Vader, and carry out the Emperor's will for the rest of his days. Now, throughout the years, Darth Vader was played by several different actors. But to us hardcore fans, the man behind the mask will always be David Prowse, a British actor who I recently found out was the personal trainer of Christopher Reeves when they were filming Superman. Now, Prowse may have been the man behind the mask, but the voice is James Earl Jones.
You underestimate the power of the dark side. If you will not fight, then you will meet your destiny.
So now that we know a little bit about Vader, let's get the box art up here. I'll explain the artwork that comes with it and the accessories that are included with the statue. So this is the box art of the statue. As you can see, it's very tall. I like how they have a contrast here of the image of the statue done in a nice gloss against this nice matte look to the box itself. The title at the top, Darth Vader, Dark Contemplation. You got an image of what the statue looks like, and SideshowCollectibles.com at the bottom. The background of the image wraps around the box, and it's a mixture of Mustafar with a silhouette of Darth Vader's helmet. So then on the back of the box, you got the Star Wars Mythos title at the top, the concept design of the statue, Darth Vader Contemplation just below it, and that's it. And that's the box art. So along with the statue, you get some cool extras. You get not one, not two, but three head sculpts. You got two different versions of Anakin's face. One that he's supposed to look like the version from Return of the Jedi, and one that looks like the version from Revenge of the Sith. You also get the Darth Vader helmet. You get a hand that holds the lightsaber. You get a hand that holds the helmet itself. And you get a hand that is a closed fist. You also get a loose lightsaber that you can attach to the statue itself. So then along with all this other stuff, which is already a lot, you also get a nice concept design of the statue. And shows Vader holding the helmet, contemplating his decisions. And then on the back of that is the certification of authenticity and a little story about the statue. Okay, and that's what you get with the statue. I'm going to take the box art and put it back on the couch and get the statue back here on the Lazy Susan, and then we can get into that review. Okay, so we got the statue back on the Lazy Susan. Let's get into this review. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. In each one of my segments, I'm going to change out the pieces so you can see the different displays that you can do with the statue. So, let's start off with the base. I love how they did a combination of a museum-style base as well as a sculpted base. So you have this really nice, elegant lower section, and then you have the lava here at the top of the base, which is sculpted perfectly along with the rock. It has all kinds of detail in it, and what the best part about it is that it tells a story. This shows where Darth Vader was truly born. After the battle between Obi-Wan, this is the planet that he was left on. This is where Darth Vader became. So let's move up into Darth Vader himself. The boots, because they're so close to the lava, have areas where there's melted spots on them, which is awesome. And you got all kinds of cuts and damage, so it doesn't look like this suit is brand new right off the shelf. They did a good job with that. Same thing with the cape. It's flowing and dynamic. It's perfect. You got all of the different disheveled areas here and torn spots because of the lava and the flames here. Even all the way around the back. They didn't even stop there. So even though the statue will probably not be displayed at this angle, you know, you have that extra, which is nice that they went above and beyond to continue the design through the back. Again, in the cod area here, there's cuts and damage from the flames in the battles. And you can see all of the different wear areas in the suit itself. So it's not all, you know, clean and smooth. The belt has all the detail that you would find in the actual suit. And I like how they have this little hook here that you can have the lightsaber displayed. Again, moving up to the chest, you have more cuts and damage in there, which is done extremely well. The suit looks like it's been through a fight. The head is done perfectly. You got the nice cut here at the top from when he got into a fight with Obi-Wan. The burn marks from the flames that he had. And that works all the way around here onto the back again. Even though it's not displayed, you know, they have it all done. Very nice detail in the brow here and in the ears, eyes, everything looks good. My only problem with the sculpt of the head is the accessory head. One is supposed to be the old version of Anakin during Return of the Jedi, and the other one is supposed to be the youthful version from Revenge of the Sith. But I can't really tell the difference between the two of them. They look almost identical. As a sculpt, I love this sculpt. Solid 10, they did a great job with that. Okay, so paint. Again, the paint done just as well as the sculpt. The base has nice tones going on in it. It's not all one color. It almost looks metallic, has different shades of silver going on into black. It's done very nicely. The lava at the top has multicolors of orange and yellows and blacks, things you would expect to see in lava. And then I like how on the rock there's a nice fade moving up to the top, so you see different colors of the flames in the stone, and then as you get to the top of the stone you have multicolors going on there of dark blacks and grays. Same thing going on with the suit. The suit is supposed to be black, but you have the fade of the wearing where the lava has touched the boot, and then the light source from the lava is painted into the different areas of the suit. So the cape here has these orange tones so that it looks like the light from the lava is hitting it. The belt looks dirty and worn. It doesn't have a solid black tone to it, and kind of has a hint of the light source that you're getting from the lava as well. Same thing with the arm on the lightsaber here. You have this nice tone from the lava hitting it from the bottom. The paint and all of the cuts of the suit has a wearing to them, so it doesn't look like it's just the same color as the rest of the suit. It looks like it's kind of melted in, like a lightsaber struck it. And then moving up here to the upper chest and shoulder area, you have nice two tones going on there of blacks and silver of the actual costume. Looks just like how it should from the movie. The helmet again has a good light source coming from the bottom, so it has the orangey yellow tone below the helmet, and then you got a nice shine of this black on the top of the helmet, just like it looks like in the movie. So again, the paint job is fantastic on this. So for the design, like I said before, I love the design of the statue. I love how the base is a combination of this museum style base along with this storytelling base. It has great color. Everything works cohesively to make this into one beautiful piece. The cape has good flow, gives a good dynamic feel, and then he has this presence, this force of him. You can see him standing there saying, "You don't know the power of the dark side." You know, it's just, this is the way he's supposed to be. This is Vader. So yeah, I really love this design. They knocked this out of the park. Good job. So my overall thoughts on this statue, like I said before, I love this statue. This is my most treasured in my collection. You know, Vader's been a longtime favorite of mine since as far back as I can remember. I love that Sideshow gave it to me with the options to be able to have him in the iconic, you know, commanding pose or in the contemplating pose, which I think is the best option for the statue. It's a great piece. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you can still find it cheap, you should pick it up. The companion pieces for the statue, there is a Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Darth Maul, a Boba Fett, and a Gamorrean guard. All of them done just as well as this statue. I wish I could get my hands on the Obi-Wan Kenobi, but at this point it's pretty high priced. So I'm happy owning the Vader, and I suggest that if you can get your hands on it, you should collect this one. So that's my review of the Darth Vader Mythos statue by Sideshow Collectibles. I hope you found this fun and informative. If you did, please click that subscribe button, click that like button. If you are on the fence of getting this statue, I hope I helped you make a decision. If you ever want to chat about statues or collectibles, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I have the links below. And until next time, keep on collecting.